Black Peace, easiest road in the playoffs.
Um, can I give you most possible road? Like most possible? No, well, forget it.
Yeah,
Easiest.
easiest. So like,
I'll keep it on subject. I'll have to agree with you. I have to agree with you. I feel like I was gonna go one way, but I like the way you said it because it did open up, made them a little more easier. I do agree. The Dolphins do have an easier road. I feel like
What the
this
fuck?
definitely gives
Are
opportunity
they
for
not
Tua
playing
to
the
step
defending
up.
champs?
The defending champs that have no hands. It's a difference. Um, I don't know
You gonna
what
put some money
happened.
on the Dolphins this weekend?
Um, Honestly, bro, if I had the funds to do it, I actually would do it. To be honest with you, I'm
This
not even
nigga
gonna
hit on
entertain it
Prize
like that.
Picks every day, talking about some if he
And
had
I'm
the
not,
funds, man.
I'm gonna take my chances like that. I'm not even about to leave it up to the referees
I don't know,
and
man. This
whatnot.
nigga,
But
nigga rich talking about some he ain't got, man.
I
He
mean,
Fuck
at the
say,
end of the
"Yeah, ain't
day,
got
though,
no
like,
dollars,
what makes you believe
baby."
that? Like, what has been shown with the Chiefs that they can win a game when the pressure's on?
nigga, I have seen Patrick Devon Mahomes enough
With
to
a resume
know.
of the
Oh,
year
bro,
to show that
I
that
can't.
the
We
team could
can't.
pull it off.
Isaac, bro, we can't hang our hat on Patrick, bro. He can't unless he throwing it and running down 50 yards to catch it too, bro.
I don't care. I've
No, bro.
seen it.
Like, but at
Okay,
the end of the day,
all
you've
right,
seen that with the
okay.
resume of the regular
I
season
know.
being
Okay, so
successful.
when he does it and we come back,
Next
I
week.
want to have this conversation again. And he's gonna be like, but
But
I thought
what I want you to do is just point out all the points that made a difference, so I can be like, what happened? Because I'm gonna be more like, what the hell happened? If it isn't so obvious at that, because I'm gonna be more confused. Now, if Andy Reid wins the game, finds the way to win the game, I can get that. That's what happened when they were in Germany.
I ain't seen
It
Andy
wasn't
Reid suit
Patrick
up
Mahomes
yet.
that won the
You talking
game.
about some Andy Reid winning the game on me. What?
He stopped Tyreek. What are you talking about?
What you
He
mean,
found a way to
bro?
stop Tyreek. I think he got injured in the midst of it and all that. Like,
Okay,
he
so
found a way to neutralize Tyreek.
so the Chiefs' strengths this year is actually their defense. So I don't. That's why with them not having a Jalen Waddle anymore to have somebody to supplement coverage off of Tyreek, they can focus all of the coverage and roll it to Tyreek. I don't think Tua is that dynamic with dispersing the football like that because the scheme is going to be there, but I don't think you're going to be able to scheme it up for guys to get open when one guy is, being taken away. In my opinion, when you don't have a Jalen Waddle on
I
your
mean, you
team,
don't
because if
feel
he
like,
doesn't if he doesn't play, I think they're screwed. And then Mostert is hurt as well. And if he doesn't play, I think they're really screwed.
I mean, to a certain extent, you don't feel like this is the same kind of matchup like week one that
No,
Detroit
I
team.
don't. I don't because right now in Arrowhead, I want to say it's close to freezing temperatures. Miami don't like that. Go look at their record on the road, bro. Go look at their record in January.
They Florida boys.
Come on, man. I don't think Tua done had a game like that in his NFL career yet, where he's just in inclement up against the conditions and up against the weather, man. So it's just, I just don't think they have it in them.
Even with
Miami
Mostert,
has
even
shown
with
me,
And,
A
and,
J.
with
and,
him,
and let's not forget, let's not
especially
forget,
with him being injured. Yeah, especially.
and let's
Oh,
not
Scott, I'm
forget
so sorry. My bad.
this was a low
Go.
scoring game when they
Go
faced
first.
off.
Sorry.
This was a low scoring game when they faced off early in the season. Chiefs winning 21-14.
Yeah.
And they were at home. The Chiefs were at home
And they were at full strength.
at full
So
strength.
them not being at full strength, bro, I definitely believe that Patrick Mahomes is. If you give him an ounce of hope and window and light, bro,
They've had
again,
all season, and
this ain't the
almost every single
playoffs though,
time they found a
bro.
way to mess
It
it up.
don't. Okay, all right. Well, yeah, the Chiefs
I'm
ain't
just going
shit,
off
and
of like, I
apparently they
mean,
did. I know you going off the fucking regular season, and it don't matter, bro. Because when the playoffs matter, players play. Win and losers
but
lose.
what
And
players
time
are
and
going to
time
help him
again,
play is what I'm trying to figure out. I
what I'm
get the
telling you
idea
is
that
they are
they
going
have
to
injured
run the
players, but it's like,
ball No, tomorrow. Isaiah Pacheco, mark my words, he will have 20 plus carries.
I mean,
16
He
in
will
the
have
regular
20.
season. In the
I
regular
would hope
season
they
He
game
don't
will
was
have
know
20
that as
1.1.
plus.
well.
Go Dacius. Let Dacius rock. Go Dacius.
Is Travis Kelsey playing?
Yeah, he's
Yes.
not injured. He had 3 catches for. I'm just saying it for reference, not that it has to hold extreme validity. Uh, Travis Kelsey is playing when they play earlier in the year versus the Dolphins. Kelsey had 3 catches for 14 yards.
He has been on
He
a
had no
downward
touchdowns.
spiral ever since he started dating you know who. And I don't even want to say my theory on that because I don't want to get us canceled before we get off and running real good. But
I think the
man,
Chiefs will
bro,
beat I think the Chiefs will beat the Dolphins because of what
I
Isaac said.
I I know they'll beat him.
Isaiah Pacheco is a dynamic runner, and so they're just gonna run the ball down their throat and control the time of possession and get their dink and dunks where they need to get them and get their shot plays when they need to get them. And I think that will be, and them being an Arrowhead will be too much for Miami, especially with them not having the auxiliary of Jalen Waddle and the dynamic running and speedy Raheem Mostert. So that's just my take on it personally. From just listening to y'all, it's just like, okay, well, if this championship player is playing and his tight end championship player is playing, and this game is a game that gets them closer to getting back to that championship, for me, it's like the Warriors to me. That's just how I look at it. And it's just like, yeah, okay, that's fine, but get stuff in the playoffs.
But we
I
talking
always
about the
felt
Warriors
so.
from
I
last
always
year or the year
felt like,
before last?
but
They look like
whenever
they look like
Warriors was
last year's
good, whenever
Warriors,
the
not the year
Warriors
before
suck.
last when they were champions, in my opinion.
See, because the thing is, bro, for me, it's how in depth is the championship DNA, and so I feel like for teams like the Golden State Warriors and the Kansas City Chiefs, the DNA is so in depth that you can never count them out, right? And so for me, it's kind of like on some no brainer type dish ish. They on the way to the Super Bowl. They got to go through the Dolphins, and the Dolphins got to come to Arrowhead in their house, and then they're gonna feel a way about being in their house and playing in their house. It just makes sense. If I was a betting man, that's what I would, that's why I would lean towards. And then again, I can't trust Tua to be able to pass
If
the
he a
ball around
bed
like
man.
Isaac said before. Now the tight end, he does get the tight end involved, but I mean, we'll just have to see because
Ooh,
Arrowhead
Mike
gets pretty loud.
Gesicki?
Yeah, Mike Gesicki.
No, he don't play for them no more.
He don't. I'm thinking
He played for
about
the Patriots.
he does.
I just feel like if
Is it
I'm
break?
the Dolphins, I'm sorry, this sounds like the most suicidal thing to do, but based on the way those receivers are playing and knowing, don't they have Ramsey as well?
Yeah, they got Ramsey.
I feel like you
Ramsey
force,
and
and it sounds
X-Man.
suicidal. You force Mahomes to be Mahomes. You stop Pacheco at all costs, and
Load the
you make him be
box.
quarterback. And it sounds
Mike.
suicidal with the way those
Hey,
receivers
bro,
are playing.
Darnell, I understand
You
what you're
gotta make
saying,
him
bro.
do something he hasn't done all year.
It's no indictment to say Patrick Mahomes can't be Superman. It's just what you're saying and what I agree with what you're saying. Let's force their receivers to have to catch the ball, which they've shown they struggle to do.
Bro,
In the
Bradley
biggest
Chubb
of
is
games
hurt,
to
bro.
place them better, to make them
Bra-
because if you look at it, if those
They can't
receivers catch
stop the
those
run,
balls,
Darnell.
they're the number one seed. Not disrespecting Lamar Jackson
That's
at
true.
all.
That's true.
They are
That's
possible
true.
number one seeds on those plays they keep highlighting because they would have won 4 games or 3 or 4 games.
They should have went out and signed DeAndre Hopkins in the offseason is what they should have did instead of being cheap,
Which is the smartest they would have
thinking
done.
you can
I
Tom
totally
Brady
agree.
this shit and not give him no help. No.
Who
The
y'all
league
talking
is too
about?
dynamic. The league is too dynamic now. All them Tom Brady days where Tom Brady was doing that with nobody, because it was like literally one great receiver per half the teams that were in the league at that time. Now you seemingly have a good to great receiver on pretty much every team, right?
Yeah.
So you can't do that anymore. You can't win with the if he wins with the scraps this year, I don't want to hear.
Y'all talking
Well,
about
first off,
Lamar?
Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league. I know Lamar's gonna win his second MVP, and that's great and all, but no, bro. If Mahomes win it this year, I don't want to hear nothing, bro. He really the second best quarterback ever behind
And I
Tom
totally
Brady.
agree.
That
And
would
I would
be
totally agree.
Telling you.
But at the end of the day,
bananas.
like I said, it's hard to throw a ball to receivers who don't have hands.
And y'all let this nigga win it if he wants to. I'm
Rasheed
telling
Rice
you right now.
can't be the only receiver that catches the ball for you, brother.
My only fear is if they do win it without the receivers, they're gonna be looking like Patrick. Well, you did it without. I bet not see another year of this shit again. For real, like. But
like I said, I'm just
Yeah,
hell. Last year he had some kind of receivers to catch. They want to catch the
well,
ball
if
last year.
you really like the Dolphins, you know where you can find.
I mean, I like the
like put
Dolphins,
up
but
10
I,
shitterlings. Shitterlings.
I felt like they're due. To be honest, I feel like they're due to show up in a
In the
perfect
playoffs.
situation.
Man.
You have a
like I say, I
reigning champion.
almost said that they had an easy road. The more I looked at not believing in the Chiefs receivers and whatnot, but when I look at the makeup of what they've been able to not do throughout this season, I definitely don't stamp that and backtrack on them having an easy road, not them not being able to beat the Chiefs. But yeah, you can't be below 500 against playoff teams and it be deemed that you have like an easy road. That I don't validate. But I'm not. If the Chiefs lose, I wouldn't be shocked because if it's due to the receivers for sure. But let's
Y'all believe in receivers, but pause.
you just have to
y'all,
finish.
I didn't want to curse, but yeah, y'all like y'all said receivers like 6 times. Like I heard receivers like 6 times. Like damn.
Yeah, nigga, they lead the league in drops by a comfortable
Yeah.
margin.